Welcome all. In this session, I am going to discuss you about the topic of meter bridge. So previously, I dealt with you the concept of Wheatstone's bridge, the principle behind the Wheatstone's bridge, and this comes under the Kirchhoff's rule. That is, what is Kirchhoff's rule? That is, we have the junction rule and a voltage rule. Okay, junction rule means what? The sum of the currents entering a junction is equal to the sum of the currents leaving the junction. Then what is the voltage rule? The sum of all the potential drop in a closed loop is equal to 0. So using these two concepts, we can find any unknown values of the currents, voltage or resistance, provided the Ohm's law should be used everywhere. And now here, so this meter bridge is an analogy of the Wheatstone's bridge, and I will show you how this meter bridge arrangement is very analogous to the Wheatstone's bridge. So I will just explain the construction first. So don't get confused just by seeing this arrangement. It is a very simple arrangement. Okay. So diagram பார்த்தா எது கன்ஃபியூஸ் ஆகுறனா அரேஞ்ச்மென்ட் வந்து ரொம்ப சிம்பிள் தான். என்ன நான் சொல்றேன், நம்மளுக்கு மீட்டர் பிரிட்ஜோட purpose என்ன? First, what is the purpose of this bridge? I will tell you the purpose. So எந்த எக்யூப்மென்ட்னாலும் சரி அதோட purpose என்ன? What we have to find? We have to find the unknown value of this resistor. So this R is an unknown value. We don't know the value of this resistance. Clear? And I am using this arrangement for finding that unknown resistance. Clear? Okay. I will go on to the construction. What is the construction of this arrangement? So this construction has a wire of length 1 meter. So standard another, it is I have a wire. This wire. Okay. This wire, this I will highlight with this color. You listen carefully. This wire, this is of 1 meter length. This is connected to two terminals A and C. This is connected to two terminals A and C. So what are these? I will highlight this. Listen carefully, students. I will highlight this. So this is a metallic strip. This is a metallic strip, and this is also a metallic strip. I think now you got clear about this. So this is a metallic strip. So it is a good connector. Okay, I have connected this wire of length 1 meter. The total length is 1 meter length. Okay, and I have a meter scale below it. I have placed here meter scale below it. Why do I do so is, I will tell you when I jump into the equation. So that lies the logic. So this metallic wire, this wire is connected between terminals A and C. And how these terminals are linked is, this terminal A is connected with a metallic strip and terminal B is connected with a metallic strip. So there is a gap between these two. And now I am placing another metallic strip. Okay, that point I name as point B. And in between these two metallic strips, I am connecting a unknown resistor. Okay, for this metallic strip and between this strip, I am connecting a unknown resistor. எனக்கு வேல்யூ தெரியாத ஒரு ரெசிஸ்டர் என்ன பண்றேன், இந்த A க்கும் B க்கும் நடுவுல கனெக்ட் பண்றேன். ஓகே, சோ இந்த ஸ்ட்ரிப் பார்த்தோனே don't get confused. இது ஒரு வயர் மாதிரி தான். ஓகே, it is a some surface area. அலுமினியம் ஃபாயில் இருக்குல்ல, அலுமினியம் ஃபாயில் தான், அந்த மாதிரி கன்சிடர் பண்ணுங்க. Now this between B and C, I have placed a standard resistor. So Wheatstone's bridge is a standard resistor. What is a standard resistor? Is a resistor with a known value that we call it as a standard resistor. So I have here of length 1 meter, resistor R, S is the standard, and G is the galvanometer. Then a galvanometer is connected to a jockey. So this jockey, so jockey is a metal rod that is connected between galvanometer and the wire. So this galvanometer is connected to this wire with a jockey. This metal rod is called as a jockey, and it has a knife edge. At its end. So one of the end is the knife edge, and other part is connected to the point B. I think now you can realize this entire setup as a Wheatstone's bridge. How to means? So we have the 4 points A, B, C, D, and a source. Entire system is connected to a source E. And with a switch here. I will draw the same diagram as a Wheatstone's bridge. So you please listen, and you don't have such arrangement in your book. So please listen to it carefully. It will be better if you draw it in your class book by now itself. So this length is L1. The distance between the A and D is considered as L1. The total length is 100. This is in centimeter scale. The total length is 100 centimeters. That is equal to 1 meter. And the rest of the length is 100 minus L1. So I will draw this setup. You please better follow it. So A, what is the resistance? That is B, then C. Now I have point D. So between this D, I have a wire of length L1. Between this A and D, I have a wire of length L1. And between D and C, I have a wire of length 100 minus L1. 100 minus L1. Listen carefully, students. So this is the arrangement, and between B and D I have a galvanometer. So I will represent with another color for your convenience. This is a galvanometer. And the junctions A and C are connected with the voltage source. Now you are clear, and there is another thing that is to be introduced here. Here, this is a resistor R, this is a resistor S. And what about this? I have specified this is a length L1, and this is also a length parameter. But these two physical quantities are not same. How so is? This is a length and this is a resistor. That means this is a wire. This is a wire of length L1. That means how a wire can be introduced in an electrical circuit. I have previously discussed you that any electrical load or any wire can be represented or must be represented in an electrical network by its resistance value. Any electrical network in any electrical load can be represented by its own resistance value. So this length wire has its own resistance. This wire has its own resistance. So I will just represent as this wire. This means this part, what does it mean? It means it has some resistors. This resistor symbol denotes the entire resistance value of that wire. This symbol represents the entire resistance value of this line. So if you see it as a straight line, ஒரு straight line பார்த்தா உங்களுக்கு எங்கடா ஒரு ரெசிஸ்டரே இல்லையேங்கற ஒரு கன்ஃபியூஷன் இருக்கும். அதனால தான் ஒரு ரெசிஸ்டன்ஸ் சிம்பல் போட்டேன். ஓகே, then the resistance value, this is a line. The standard resistance value is RCM, resistance per unit length. RCM means CM denotes the centimeter. So RCM means resistance per unit centimeter or unit length. So இது centimeter scale. Centimeter scale ல 1 centimeter க்கு எவ்வளவு resistance னு மென்ஷன் பண்ணிட்டாங்க. நம்ம கனெக்ட் பண்ணியிருக்க வயர்ல 1 centimeter க்கு எவ்வளவு resistance னு ஏற்கனவே மென்ஷன் பண்ணிட்டாங்க. அப்ப we know the resistance per unit length of this entire wire. Entire wire ங்கிறது A ல இருந்து C வரைக்கும் wire இருக்கு. நடுவுல ஜங்ஷன் இருக்கு D. ஓகே, பட் we know that ஒவ்வொரு சென்டிமீட்டருக்கு எவ்வளவு ரெசிஸ்டன்ஸ் னு நமக்கு ஏற்கனவே தெரியும். And now this, so this is the இதோட ரெசிஸ்டன்ஸ் வேல்யூ என்னது? RCM into L1. This total resistance is RCM into L1. Okay, ஒரு சென்டிமீட்டருக்கு எவ்வளவு தெரியும்? அப்ப for L1 centimeters, RCM into L1. Similarly from B to C1, that is RCM. I will highlight here. The resistance between D and C is RCM into 100 minus L1. Length. So RCM is the resistance per unit length. That is everywhere same between A and C. அப்ப L1 ஓட லெந்த்க்கு எவ்வளவு ரெசிஸ்டன்ஸ்? RCM into L1. 100 minus L1 ஓட ரெசிஸ்டன்ஸ் லெந்த்க்கு என்ன ரெசிஸ்டன்ஸ்? RCM into 100 minus L1. Okay, so that is the way you represent this resistance. So அப்ப இங்க ஒரு ரெசிஸ்டன்ஸ், இங்க ஒரு ரெசிஸ்டன்ஸ், இங்க ஒரு ரெசிஸ்டன்ஸ். So now this RCM is known value and L1 is the length that can be measured using this meter scale. That can be measured using this meter scale, and 100 minus L1 can be found out by using the L1 value. Then S is a standard ground resistor. If we connect an unknown resistor, so this meter bridge is an analogous arrangement of the Wheatstone's bridge. Clear? Using this, we can find the value of R. So what is the equation for Wheatstone's bridge? That I will come to know. So I will erase this. So I will just move from the board. You can pause the video and copy this. Please pause the video and draw this analogous diagram for this into an electrical circuit. I have drawn, that is an electrical arrangement, network arrangement. I have drawn an electrical circuit with the resistors. That is a construction, and here it is an electrical circuit. So please you draw this. Only then you can derive the equation very clearly. Okay students, I will continue with this. I will erase this. And now, so what is the law behind this? So if this is R1, R2, what is it? Wheatstone's bridge. What is the formula we have? So if this is in Wheatstone's bridge, what is arrangement? This is R1, R2, R3, R4. That's the Wheatstone's bridge arrangement. What is the formula for? That is R2 by R1 equals R4 by R3. R2 by R1 equals R4 by R3. That is the equation for Wheatstone's bridge. Now I will substitute all the values that are here instead of R1. So what is R2 is here? R2 is the unknown value here. This is R. What is R1? R1 is RCM into L1. So RCM times L1. What is R4? R4 is S divided by, what is the value? RCM into 100 minus L1. R3 is RCM times 100 minus L1. Okay. Clear? So now I want to find the value of R. I want to find the value of R. So R equals S into, I will bring this, that is a cross multiplier, I will bring this RCM L1 to right hand side. So that will go to the numerator part. So S into RCM L1 by RCM into 100 minus L1. So this and this will get cancelled. So finally what do we get is R equal to S into L1 by 100 minus L1. So this is the final value we arrive at this. So that is R equal to S into L1 by 100 minus L1. So using this S, L1, we can find the value of this unknown resistor. So the logic here is the same logic as we did in the Wheatstone's bridge. Wheatstone's bridge le enna pannum? Galvanometer, we will be varying this. So we have a Wheatstone's bridge la we have a varying, okay, we have a varying resistor. Similarly, we can vary this. Okay, we can vary this jockey. In the end pointer, what can we do is this point can be varied. Initially, unknown resistor connect pannite supply kodra enna agum switch on panna there will be a deflection in the galvanometer. And what we do is we will move this point, okay, anywhere between left hand side or right hand side until the galvanometer reaches null deflection. Until the galvanometer reaches null deflection. Galvanometer na null point vara varaikum enna deflection 0 agara varaikum vary பண்ணுவோம். எப்ப இந்த பாயிண்ட் same potential வர வரைக்கும். That is the concept. So when there is a null deflection, then that shows the value of L1. இப்போ இங்க பாயிண்ட்ல if I move this jockey from here to here, from this point, and that will become the length L1. So I got the value of L1. I have the standard value S, and this 100 minus L1 I can get, and using that I can find the value of R. Clear? So please write it carefully. There is some restrictions for this standard value because the movement of this jockey to the left side and right side, how far we can move, that is based on the value of S. Deflection romba agala, if there is the deflection வந்து null deflection கொண்டு வரதுக்கு ரொம்ப length எடுக்குது. இந்த 100 cm குள்ள deflection நடக்கணும்னா நான் the standard the value of S is very important. This S restricts the length value also. Okay, L1. இந்த L1 ஒரு middle range ல வெச்சிருக்கணும்னா S value ரொம்ப important. The value of S should be considered in a standard way so that the limit of L should be between 40 to 60. 50 range குள்ளே இருக்கணும்னா the S value என்னது? அதாவது 50 சென்டிமீட்டர்ல நான் அந்த L value மெயின்टेन பண்ணனும்னா S value நான் சேஞ்ச் பண்ணிக்கலாம். Okay, so either this S controls the, because this is a resistor, so this S also controls the range of L1. Okay, you may be arised with some questions. Does the S control the value of S controls the range of L1? Yes. The value of S will control the distance of L1. Okay. So that is the concept, entire concept. I will move from the board, students. If you have any doubts in the session, you please immediately note down in your classroom. You just verify the entire thing in the board. Next, I will teach you a problem based on this. Now students, let us discuss a problem which make you understand the concept. Okay. So what is given? The null point is at 40 cm from A. That means the L1 is A. So now the value of L1 is 40 cm from A. If now a resistance of 12 ohm is connected in parallel with S. So already we have a standard resistor S. If I am introducing a new resistor of 12 ohm in parallel with S, the null point occurs at 50 cm, because if the value of S is changed, there is a change in the null point, deflection point. So it is being shifted to 50 cm. That is the value of L1 changes. So what we have to do? We have to find the value of RMS. Okay, what do we have? So we have, what is the given data? The given value is L1 equal to 40 centimeter. So initially the starting point is L1 is 40 centimeter. Then the resistor in parallel. So for this concept, what is the formula we have? R by S. R by S equal to L1 by R by, that is the formula. Formula used is R by S equal to L1 by 100 minus L1. This is the formula. Okay, this is the formula. I will substitute the value. R by S is now, what is L1? That is 40 by 100 minus 40. That is 40 by 60. So this is the first equation. R by S equal to 40 by 60. So I will name this first one. Now what is the thing happening here is, if now a resistance of 12 ohm, that is 12 ohm in the resistor connect பண்றேன். 12 ohm நான் connect பண்ணா இதோட equivalent resistance it will change, no, it will have a equivalent resistance of S equivalent. So S and 12 ohm are in parallel. S and 12 ohm என்னது parallel ஆ இருக்கு. அப்ப S equivalent என்னது? So S equivalent is ரெண்டு resistors parallel ஆ இருந்தா formula என்னது? R1 R2 by R1 plus R2. If this is R1 and this is R2, R1 R2 by R1 plus R2. That is the formula. So that is 12 S divided by 12 plus S. Okay. Then what happens is, if it is connected, the null point occurs at 50 cm. The L1 value is changed. The L1 value is being changed. So now after this condition, the L1 is now L1 equal to 50 centimeters. Now L1 value is 50 centimeters. So what is the formula? The same formula, R by S. You should not put S, you should put S equivalent. New S value. Okay. This entire value மாறிடுச்சு. So R by S equivalent is L1 is 50 by 100 minus 50, which is 50 by 50, which is equal to 1. So R by S equal to 1. So what is R by S equivalent? R by S equivalent another S equal to our value 12s by 12 plus S. So R by S is, so please write down this formula. First write down this question. It is a book example question. I have changed the values of the numbers. Okay. So you try this. You try this first. You copy it. I move from the board. You copy it first under that, and then I will proceed. Okay, now so what is R by S equivalent? R by S equivalent equal to 1. So what is S equivalent value? Substitute the value of S equivalent, R divided by 12S divided by 12 plus S equal to 1. Okay. So you take this, enter it into right hand side. So R equal to 12S by 12 plus S. Now you can do this, bring this S here. நம்மளுக்கு R by S ஓட வேல்யூ என்னது? You know it. So what is R by S value? R by S equal to 12 by 12 plus S. From the first equation, you know the R by S value. R by S value is 40 plus 60. So then this is equal to R by S value. You equate 40 plus 60 from first equation. So 40 by 60. You then cross multiply it. So 40, what is the value? 12 times 60 divided by 40 equal to 12 plus S. Okay. So after calculating this, what do we get? The value of S is what? 0, 0, 4. That is 4 3s are 12. 0, 4 3s are 12. That is 18. 18 minus 20. That I am getting 6 ohms. The value I am getting is 6 ohms. Okay. Then value of R, the same thing you substitute in from the first equation. So if I know the S value, I can find the R value. So R by S is R equal to S into 40 by 60. So which is 6 into 40 by 60. 6 times 10. So 10 is 4. So R equal to 4 ohms. So these two are the values of R and S. So please copy it, students. So the finally you get the value of R and S. So R is the unknown value and S we found out using this, the standard resistance value. Okay. So try to work out the problem by your own. Now students, I will discuss you about the concept of potentiometer. So previously I ended the meter bridge and the problems based on it. Now we have the device called potentiometer. So what is a potentiometer? So for what it is used? So first I will describe the circuit. So basically potentiometer is used for the potential analysis of the cells. Okay, if we have more than one cell, so how to compare the potential of the cells? So for that we can use this network arrangement. Okay, that we call it as a potentiometer. 2 cell இல்ல 3 cell மேல இருந்தா, if you have more than two cells, or sorry, more than one cell, how to compare the potential of the cell? Okay, potential difference nu sollaam. Okay, rendu cellukku naduvula enna potential difference irukku. So adu eppadi compare pandradhukku oru device irukku. So first I will go for the construction. So please listen to the construction here. எந்த ஒரு electrical circuit எடுத்தாலும் for each and every circuit the construction is very important. So initially, so you have the standard cell. So B is a standard cell. Okay, and R refers to the rheostat. What is meant by rheostat? Variable resistance. அதோட resistance நம்ம vary பண்ணிக்கலாம் அந்த device. So R is a rheostat. Then we have metal strips. Then what are we have two cells, E1 and E2 are two cells. Then a galvanometer, we have a galvanometer with a jockey. So the jockey is used to slide over the wire as previously described in the meter bridge. Clear? And here we have a key. And now I will start with the discussion here. So what is the aim is here, and now I want to compare the potential of these cells E1 and E2. Okay, so in the potential E1 and E2 I want to compare. What should I want to do? You take the circuit. What is this? I have differently specified with this color. This is a wire. Listen carefully. Between the point A and C I have a wire of uniform dimension. Okay, or uniform dimension la enna pandren, that is it is of same length and same cross section area la or wire connect பண்ணிருக்கேன். அது ஒரு straight wire connect பண்ணாம என்ன பண்ணிருக்கேன், construction simplify பண்றதுக்கு 1 2 3 4 5 6 6 strip கட் பண்ணி parallel ஆ வச்சிருக்கேன். ஒரு metal strips வச்சு I have connected like this. Metal strips வச்சு அந்த 6 wire ஓட 6 பீஸையுமே I have arranged like this. Clear? So it is not, instead of directly connecting these 2 points, the arrangement is made in this manner. Okay, now let us know what is the use of galvanometer. Galvanometer will detect the difference in potential and it shows the null deflection. Okay, if there is any potential difference across the junction, it will get deflected, that we know. Then what is this? This is a two-way switch. This is a two-way switch. Two-way switch means either we can connect 1-3 or 2-3. We can connect in two ways. This switch can be connected in two ways. 1-3 connect பண்ணி யூஸ் பண்ணலாம், இல்ல 2-3 connect பண்ணி யூஸ் பண்ணலாம், but either at one time. So first I will start with this. Now you consider the circuit 1-3 switch. 1 and 3 are connected. Or closedness. The correct word is closed. Switch 1 and 3 are closed. Okay. So about 1-3 closed. Now. So now you see the currents will, the circuit enlargement. Listen to the circuit very carefully. The arrangement of the circuit, because this is like a mechanical arrangement. So electrical paatha neenga enga current start agudhu, you should focus on the node where the point starts. Then you have to come around the network. Okay, and where does the point ends, adha paakana. Now what I am seeing is, now if I close the switch 1 and 3, what happens is the current will flow cell the current flow ஆகும். Okay, so the current will flow here and it will flow here, here, come here, here, then at point N, here at this point N1, it will be connected to the galvanometer. It will be connected to the galvanometer, and in the point point N1 को point A को ஏதாவது potential difference இருந்தா deflection இருக்கு. Okay, this wire has uniform dimension. The potential drop in this wire is represented by phi. This is the potential drop per unit length. Phi is the potential drop per unit length. Unit length na என்ன சொல்றானா ஒரு சென்டிமீட்டருக்கு இவ்வளவு டிராப் இருக்கு. அப்ப 10 சென்டிமீட்டர்னா எவ்வளவு? 10 into potential difference, potential drop per unit length. Okay, so you can, if you know the drop for 1 centimeter or 1 meter, you can, it is a multiplication factor for other things. Yeah, so எனக்கு ஒரு எந்த ஒரு 1 சென்டிமீட்டர் எடுத்தாலும் அதுல இவ்வளவு பொட்டன்ஷியல் டிராப் தான் இருக்கும். அப்ப இங்க இருந்து இது வரைக்கும் எவ்வளவு total length multiplied by the phi. Okay, that is called as phi. Now you can now see this as a diagram. I will specify as a proper network. You see this point A, I have a wire here, this point N1, then galvanometer G. Listen, I am redrawing this circuit, this point A, okay, then N1, this G galvanometer, then again connecting to this E1. Okay, இது சிம்பிளா ரெப்ரசன்ட் பண்ணா இப்படிதான். This is a simple way of representing this. Clear now? When there is no deflection in the galvanometer, this N1 is varied. நான் N1 vary பண்றேன். மீட்டர் பிரிட்ஜ்ல பண்ண கான்செப்ட் தான். N1 vary பண்றேன். How far? When there is null deflection in the galvanometer. When there is null deflection in the galvanometer. Okay. So for galvanometer deflection இல்லாத வரைக்கும், when there is zero deflection or null deflection galvanometer வர வரைக்கும், that is when the potential difference between these 2 points are getting equal, I am moving the point of N1. So after that, when I attain the null deflection, I am just leaving it as it is. Now I am applying the Kirchhoff's rule. Kirchhoff's rule apply பண்றேன். Closed loop தானே இது. அப்ப இதுல என்னென்ன டிராப் இருக்குன்னு பாருங்க. சோ இப்போ இது ஃபுல்லாவே வயர் தானே. இந்த A ல இருந்து N1 வரைக்கும் இந்த வயர். நாம யூனிஃபார்ம் டைமென்ஷன்ல இருக்க வயர். ஓகே, அப்ப அதுல ஒரு டிராப் இருக்கும். வயர் எப்படி ரெப்ரசன்ட் பண்ணுவோம்? அதுக்கு ஒரு ரெசிஸ்டன்ஸ் இருக்கும். ரெசிஸ்டன்ஸ்ல கரண்ட் போனா கரண்ட்ல பொட்டன்ஷியல் டிராப் இருக்கும். ஓகே, how do I represent this? The potential drop is phi L1. Okay, so that is the length from here to here is L1. Okay, A ல இருந்து L1 வரைக்கும் எவ்வளவு லென்த் இருக்கோ அதான் L1. Then galvanometer level drop இருக்கா? Is there any drop in the galvanometer? No. So 0. Then this is E1 is negative E1 equal to 0. So you can write in the manner, how do I write? Okay. So phi L1 is the potential drop from this point to this point. Again, next one is G. In G, there is no deflection, so no drop there. And E1 is what? E1 is the negative point, that is the cell. Potential of that cell E1. L1. So this is first equation. Then applying the same concept for 2 and 3. Now I close the switch 2 and 3. Now I connect the switch 2, 3. Okay. Connecting switch 2 and 3. The same concept I apply here. How is now I am connecting this jockey to N2. Galvanometer is connected to N2. Okay. The galvanometer is connected to N2 because this N1 will not work. We are considering the N2 value. Okay. Because at some other different point only we have to consider. So I am considering the N2 value. And when I close this 2, 3, the same thing will happen. That is, the galvanometer will get deflected and I will move this point N2 and I will move this point N2 until the null deflection occurs in the galvanometer. Okay? Zero deflection வர வரைக்கும் galvanometerல என்ன பண்றேன் நான் N2 ல மூவ் பண்றேன். So then what happens? The same here. This is N2 and this will become E2. இதுக்கு என்ன பண்றேன்? Same I am applying this Kirchhoff's rule. The closed loop la sum of all the voltage drop is equal to 0. That is 5L2 plus 0 minus E2 equal to 0. Now I am rewriting this. I will get E2 equal to 5L2. This is the second equation. So it's very better if you pause the video and then copy it once. Then, so 1 divided by 2, I am dividing equation 1 by 2. What do I get? So E1 by E2 equal to 5 L1 by 5 L2. So E1 by E2 equal to L1 by L2. So this is the final expression I get. So I can compare the EMF of two batteries. Okay, if I know any one value, because L1 and L2 are the length that we can measure, and if I know any one value, we can find the other value of the cell. Okay, or we can compare the ratio of the EMF with the ratio of the length also. Clear? So this equation relates the EMFs with the length. This shows that EMF is proportional to the length here. The potential drop increases with the length here. Now students, with the same concept, I am going to determine the internal resistance of a cell. Only one arrangement has been changed, that I have a cell here, only one cell. Instead of another cell, I have a resistance box. Okay? அப்ப இந்த செல்லோட internal resistance என்னன்னு நான் ஃபைண்ட் பண்ண போறேன். அதுக்கு என்ன arrangement? So this is considered as N1 and this is N2. The same arrangement, the metal strips. இந்த potentiometer வச்சு நான் என்ன பண்றேன்? Internal resistance find பண்ண போறேன். So this is the resistance box. Okay? So resistance box na adukku ஒரு resistance value இருக்கும். So we have only one cell. For this we are going to find the internal resistance. First what we are going to do is, so previously என்ன பண்ணோம்? அதே கான்செப்ட் தான். Initially this K2 is open. K2 open ஆகும்போது what will be the junction here? The network will be A because the network will be E. K2 open ஆகும்போது current இதுவரை pass ஆகாது. When K2 is open, no current will be passing through this. So on the RB resistance box la எந்த current flow this E will be giving the current will be going through here. Okay, the current will be going through here. The same what voltage rule, Kirchhoff's voltage rule apply பண்ணா என்ன கிடைக்கும் எனக்கு? That is the same rule here. E point A up to point N1, the galvanometer G and here. இதுக்கு அப்படியே ரூல் அப்ளை பண்ணா this E equal to the drop here is the drop in this circuit is 5 L1. The drop here is 5 L1 plus 0. So this idhula 0 drop irukku. There is 0 drop here and there is the length between this point and this point. There is L1 is the length, 5 is the potential and the drop is 5 L1. Okay, now I will write as equation. So equation எழுதுறேன். So E equal to 5 L1. Next one. Next time closing this K2. இப்போ K2 close பண்ணிறேன் இந்த switch. Let us see what happens. Switch close பண்ணோனே என்ன ஆகும்? அதுல current flow ஆகும். When I close the switch, the current will be flowing through this from the cell. Okay, let us see what happens. When the current flows, what will be there? There will be a drop in this resistance box. Okay, there will be a drop in this resistance box because this resistance has a value and there will be a drop. Please listen to the circuit. There will be a drop in the resistance. Now this, due to the flow of current, then there will be a voltage drop and there will be a terminal voltage between these 2 points. We call it as V. V is the terminal potential difference and that is same across this. Now this N2, V will be there equal to this terminal from A N2. Okay, now we have to consider the load A N2, that is L2. The length from A to N2 is L2. Okay, so the voltage V is equal to what? The 5 L2. Voltage V is potential drop, uniform potential difference times the length L2. Now I am first equation and second equation. So that is E by V equal to 5 L1 by 5 L2. So we can cancel this 5 and what do we get here? So E by V is L1 by L2. So next we have to move on to finding the internal resistance. How to find the internal resistance? This is one part is over. That is the basic part. So what is the voltage V? So the internal resistance I, what is the correct value? The current value due to this E across this circuit is இந்த செல்லுனால போற கரண்ட் வந்து I, இந்த செல்லுக்குள்ள இருக்கிற இன்டர்னல் ரெசிஸ்டன்ஸ் வந்து R, இந்த செல் கனெக்ட் பண்ணி இருக்கிற லூப்ல இருக்கிற ரெசிஸ்டன்ஸ் R. Okay, so in this loop, the internal resistance is R and in this loop the resistance R value is here. So how can we say this? E equal to I into R plus R. Okay, listen carefully. This E equal to current I, that current is flowing here. This current into internal resistance also we should include. Then what is the terminal voltage? Terminal voltage across these 2 points is, that is voltage is V. How can we represent? Only with this resistance in the terminal ஒரே ஒரு resistance தான் இருக்கு. Okay, what is the resistance R? Okay, so among these 2 terminals we have this terminal R resistor. What is that voltage? Current times the resistance value. Voltage law பண்ணுறது current into resistance தான், Ohm's law படி. அப்ப இந்த பாயிண்ட் என்னது? terminal voltage E by V. So I into R plus R divided by IR. So I will get cancelled. Okay. So now you take what is E by V. So let this be a third equation. Let this be a third equation. You substitute this third equation in here. So from 3, what is the value I am getting for this E by V? That is L1 by L2 equal to R plus R by R. Now we have to take this R value. So which is, now I will solve this, extract this R. எனக்கு R தான், small R தான் வேணும். I need the small R value which is the internal resistance. Clear? So I will cross multiply it. R times L1 by L2 minus, I can write like this, small r equal to R times L1 by L2 negative of R. Can you get this? So rearranging the values, I will get this. So this is the internal resistance value. So this arrangement, you can find any internal resistance of the cell. So the main picture here is the length of the strips. The length of the strips plays a major role. So using the length dimension, we can find the resistance, internal resistance value, and we can compare the potentials and so on. So I will move from the video. Please copy it very clearly.